turn?
Yeah, you're up.
I'm on. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Please try to keep it down in the crowd out there. We will. I'll call this meeting of the El Paso County Planning Commission to order. And I am the chair for another few minutes. Tom Bailey. And my first order of business is to introduce the voting members at today's hearing. And we have at my far right, Mr. Moraes, we have Mr. Whitney, we have Ms. Jack, we have Ms. Fuller, Mr. Trowbridge, Mr. Carlson, Mr. Shipples, and Mr. Markowitz. And I make the ninth. And so we have a full house today, which is good. But we have a short agenda, which is also good, I guess. And the next thing we'll do is turn to the planning department and Ms. Harrington.
Good morning, commissioners. For the record, Megan Harrington, Planning Director. This is so important. I'm going to get out of my chair and come to the front. It is legit. So I wanted to recognize, and on behalf of myself and staff here at the County Planning Department, we want to recognize Mr. Bailey for his service to the Planning Commission here at his last meeting, and particularly as the service to his, as our chairman. So we have a very fancy certificate of appreciation for Mr. Thomas Bailey for his dedication and commitment to the El Paso County Planning Commission Volunteer Board since 2018. Your thoughtful leadership and steadfast service have left a lasting impact on the commission and our community. So thank you very much, sir. We will miss you here at the County Planning Commission as you step down from chairman, but we believe that the region is very lucky to have you as you continue your community service as a city council member. So thank you, sir.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thanks so much. And this is particularly relevant because apparently, according to the Gazette, the only thing that I have going for me is that I've been on the Planning Commission for the last several years. Everybody else is entrepreneur, military veteran, something. I got Planning Commission, so that got me here, got me to the city council. So really, that's all it takes. So I got the important one, and thank you. I may say a few words at the end, unless I of course forget. But thank you for that. It's been a pleasure working with all of you guys, and we'll move on then, unless there's anything else.
No, sir. That is all of the communications that we have. Mr. Kilgore, I don't know if you have anything to add this morning.
Yes, something very important. I just want to let all of you know that there's food in the back.
Yes.
Yes, please stick around after this meeting as we have a small reception to wish you well and say goodbye and make sure.
Yes, make sure. Actually.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And some of us actually dug into the food early. Sorry about that, but thank you.
Told I could.
Yes, me too. Okay, moving on. This is going to be my favorite part of being on city council, the public comment period. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot more public comment in city council than we have here, but we always make time for public comment. And so is there anyone in the audience who would like to comment on something that is not on our agenda today? I don't see anyone. Do we have anybody online listening? No, it's just us all alone. So we'll move on from there and jump right into our agenda for today with the consent. We have consent items. Make sure I've got the right list here. 3 consent items today, first of which is adoption of our minutes from the last hearing. We all had a chance to review those. Are there any questions, comments, additions, corrections? Seeing none, we will deem the minutes of our March 20th meeting approved as presented. And we'll move on to item 3B, file number P2411. This is a project rezone for Esteban Rodriguez RR 2.5. And I think we have a comment. Comment from Ms. Matthey. Good morning.
How about now? Oh,
Now.
yeah. Okay. Hello, my name is Ashley Matthew. I'm the planner with the projects today before you, and I wanted to make a correction for P2411 being the rezone for the to the 2.5 acres. In the staff report in the blurb, it was noted that it was 369.13 acres being rezoned, but it's actually 424 acres being rezoned. And that's my correction.
And that's the only
Almost.
difference, so I don't think that's a material change to any of this. So I'll ask, even though I think I know the answer, if there's anybody in the audience who's here for this item. I don't see any. Thank you. We'll call you back.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, Mr. Markowitz.
Since the same project is on the next two items, does the acreage listed that the correction you just made have anything to do with the other two items?
There, for the CC 241 item, my acreage was once again off by a little bit. So in the blurb in the staff report notes 13.48 acres being rezoned to the commercial community zoning. However, it is in fact 19.8 acres being rezoned.
Okay,
Thank you.
thanks for taking care of all of those. Any other questions for Ms. Matthey before she sits down on any of these? Okay, thank you. We have nobody in the audience for this. We have no questions. Any of the commissioners have questions for staff or anything? Any concerns about this one? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion on file number 3B, agenda item 3B, file number P2411. Mr. Carlson.
Mr. Chair, with regards to agenda item 3B, file number P2411, Esteban Rodriguez rezone RR 2.5 on 424 acres. I move for approval in accordance with the attached resolution with two conditions and two notations and no requirement for finding of water sufficiency, and that this item be forwarded to the Board of County Commissioners for their consideration.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Carlson. Mr. Moraes with the second. Thank you. Any further discussion? If not, let's go down the line, starting with Mr. Markowitz,
Aye.
Mr. Shipples,
Aye.
Mr. Carlson,
Aye.
Mr. Trowbridge,
Aye.
Ms. Fuller,
Aye.
Ms. Jack,
Aye.
Mr. Whitney,
Aye.
Mr. Moraes,
Aye.
and the chair votes aye as well. We'll recommend this to the Board of County Commissioners for their approval. Moving on. Item 3C, file number P2412. This is the RR5 part of the rezone for Esteban Rodriguez. Any discussions, questions for staff? Ms. Fuller?
I just wanted to acknowledge that we did receive the letter or the email from Mr. Erickson. And we all have read it, and someone telling you that there's a no-build zone does not make it a no-build zone. And this is something that commonly comes up, so we would warn the public that if you buy something and your realtor or someone tells you that something is not allowed, that you do some more research on your own.
Thank you. Good public service announcement. It's always important. Don't think there's any discussion. I'll entertain a motion on,
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion, please.
yes, go ahead, Mr. Markowitz.
In regards to agenda item 3C, file number P2412 for Esteban Rodriguez rezone RR45. I move for approval according to the attached resolution with two conditions and two notations, and no finding for water sufficiency necessary, and that this be forwarded to the Board of County Commissioners for consideration.
Thank you, Mr. Markowitz.
Second.
Mr. Whitney, thank you. Any further discussion on this? Keep the same pattern here and start with the man who made the motion, Mr. Markowitz.
Aye.
Mr. Shipples.
Aye.
Mr. Carlson.
Aye.
Mr. Trowbridge.
Aye.
Ms. Fuller.
Aye.
Ms. Jack?
Aye.
Mr. Whitney?
Aye.
Mr. Moraes?
Aye.
And the chair votes aye. Another unanimous recommendation for approval for that one. Moving on, our last consent item, 3D, file number CC241. This is the community, the CC part of this. Commercial community, wanted to get the words right, sorry. Commercial community rezone, portion of the Esteban Rodriguez development. Any questions? We'll continue, then entertain a motion. Somebody new. Ms. Fuller.
Mr. Chair, with regards to agenda item 3D, file CC 241, Esteban Rodriguez rezone CC, I move for approval in accordance with the attached resolution with 2 conditions and 2 notations, and that this item be forwarded to the Board of County Commissioners for their consideration.
Thank you, Ms. Fuller.
Second.
Mr. Trowbridge, thank you. And let's go the other way. Mr. Moraes.
Aye.
Mr. Whitney.
Aye.
Ms. Jack.
Aye.
Ms. Fuller.
Aye.
Mr. Trowbridge.
Aye.
Mr. Carlson.
Aye.
Mr. Shipples.
Aye.
And Mr. Markowitz.
Aye.
And the chair votes aye as well. Another unanimous recommendation to the Board of County Commissioners for their approval. I'm not sure who's keeping the time today, but I think we are probably close to the.
11 minutes.
Well, I think we had 9 minutes last time,
9.
so we were, yeah. So we missed the record, but
Close.
thank you anyway.
the presentation.
Thank you all for your time. Yes, it was my
Megan's
my
fault.
ad-libbing there.
Megan.
So note there is a meeting on the 17th.
Right, I was just going to go to that, just to verify. We do have a meeting in 2 weeks. I won't be here. I'll be here with you in spirit, as always. And thank you for this. I will not keep anyone here beyond the time that they want. I will share my comments at the reception in the back. We can all have a pastry and all of that, but thank you to everyone. At least we'll get that part on the record, and seeing no other business in front of us today, we're adjourned. It was my last time adjourning this meeting. Pretty cool. I didn't. I can use it. There we go.